And welcome back to my garden. Today we're in my vegetable garden and I have a list of small jobs that I need to do today. But before we start, look, finally it's getting shape. Our new soft fruit area is getting shape. We've added some borders, we've added some wooden borders, and I know they won't last forever, but they're free because we have just a huge pile of absolutely free old pallets, and we are making these borders with them, and it lasts for several years, and it's really easy to repair. So yeah, we're doing this. And yeah, it's so lovely here. Today is sunny and in a few days we have our first frost of the year. So I need to prepare the garden. I need to water for the things that I can do, reduce, shift, add, plant, remove to make it all nice and ready for the first frost. And actually, if you're wondering like, hey, but your garden is in the south of France, I know, and we have just a few nights like this with the negative temperatures, and yeah, we just need to be ready. Right now I will be switching the camera. I'll show you around. First of all, because I'm so excited, we haven't finished yet. All the structures, all the supports that I have in my mind, we haven't finished yet, but it's taken shape, and I believe right now you can get a really feel of the space, and I'm super excited about it. And yes, we have planting to do, and actually the first bulbs will go on the ground today. You probably remember that I made a video about my first bulb order for the upcoming season, and I've received everything. So today, and I had just one variety of daffodils that was planted specifically for this garden. So I've received them and I'm going to be planting them today, and then just another few things. But everything is really lovely today. I'll show you. So here is the new area of the garden, and I will try to find a video showing how it was when we just bought this garden, and we've made so much progress. I can't even describe to you. So now we are coming to the third part of our garden. And I believe that that's gonna be like berries garden, strawberry, raspberry. So right now there's boulders. They're rather bald, but I believe that with the time they will just settle better. And then we have rosemary, and we have a few mums growing just next to them, so they will be much softer. And I really like how everything takes shape. And then in one of the previous videos I was showing you the structures that we were putting for raspberries and blackberries. And look at them now. Aren't they smart? And all the materials that we were using, we found them here when we just bought the property. So yeah, it's just really lovely, and I'm really pleased with how this area is getting more and more mature. And I've added rocks next to my currants and gooseberries just because they're tiny bitty things. So when we're cutting the grass, now it's much easier to see what's going on here. And as you can see, this, oh, that's the story of my life in this garden. But this night we have a guest again. We have our favorite guy, wild boar. So he was walking around and destroying my garden once again. But you know what, I decided that I'm just accepting this situation. Yes, a few times per week a wild boar is coming here, and we don't have an electricity to put an electric fence. We don't have actually any fence, so right now that's our like main priority, because we're finishing this tiny jobs. They just please me so much, and actually yes, they take our attention from the main project, obviously fence, but they're adding so much pleasure to me and my day-to-day work here in this garden. So I decided that yes, we can take a few days and do this, and then just go full on fence situation, and then the problem with the boar will be solved. So right now I'm trying not to bother. I'm just walking around seeing if the damage was made to actual plants. Then I'm replanting them. Good thing is that almost daily I'm coming to this garden to pick up something or to work actually, so I can spot this plants pull out of the ground rather quickly. And yes, it's really annoying to level the ground after boar each and every time, and I'm not a fan of doing so, but we have no choice. So I decided that like, okay, I'm accepting this, because yeah, there are things that I can change them immediately. I will, and I know this, and probably that, you know, helps me mentally. But right now I'm just accepting it. Yes, we have a wild boar. Yes, he's making mess. Yes, sometimes he's ruined something. Yes, but anyway, it's just like this. So again, I'm switching camera and showing you more things. And I really want to show you the garden from this angle. And look, this part of the border is a new one. Here is the part that we haven't finished yet. And actually the structure is really simple. So we're using planks like this. Then let me show you. We are making these connections. So 2 planks of wood, then another plank, and there's the 3rd one that goes into the ground. So it's rather big. It's, yeah, and it's going straight into the ground. So this thing is rather stable. It's not moving, and yeah, it won't last forever. Probably 3, if we're lucky, 4 years, but the replacement is really and cheap and efficient and quick. And this beautiful rose, it's like, you know, from Beauty and the Beast. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is actually our current fence situation. So we've started to level the area where we're going to be putting a fence, and we are removing the soil and putting it to the parking lot. Yeah, it's looking much nicer, much smarter, but we still have a work to do. And the last thing before we start planting, I just wanted to show you that actually, yes, I've added compost on top of my garlic, and yeah, I've added a lot of compost, so now it's looking great, nice, fine, how it's supposed to be. I had a comment wondering why I was planting so shallow on one of my shorts for this video, and yeah, just because I was hoping, and I did it, to add a compost on top. So now let's start with this area, and it's actually tricky because I still have a few plants of peppers, And another day I was replanting the majority, but these ones, they had so many peppers on them, so I thought that, it's gonna be really sad to remove them when I can wait a little bit longer. And probably tomorrow I will come and actually replant them into plastic pots and bring them home. Yeah, because we still have really beautiful peppers. Look here, they're everywhere. So yeah, I really want to keep these plants alive. They're doing fine, and even they're flowering. Look. So first I'm adding a little bit of compost, homemade compost. I'll show you my pile. Then I'm gonna be planting this plant, and then I have actually onions and daffodils to plant today. So let's start. Now all salads are placed, so I just need to plant them and to water them one by one. And look, finally, salad is in the ground. Yes, it's looking sad, but it's gonna be just fine. So now I'm switching to my daffodils, and actually, wow. In this package, there's 10 bulbs, and as you can see, they're tiny, and the flower is gonna be just tiny, but they create beautiful clumps of flowers, and they have several stems, so you need a lot of them to give like a wow effect. But once they establish, they will spread, and yeah, that's a really striking, beautiful view. And I want it to be the first thing that we see when we come. Hopefully next spring, this parking area will be done and we're making a progress there. So yeah, I want to put it here and this corner, and I believe it's going to be really, really lovely. And another thing that's a variety more and more, that it's really reliable and is getting back each and every year. So yeah, really great thing. I will put probably here an image of this daffodils in case you haven't seen my video, but I encourage you to go and watch the video about my choice for planting this autumn. And I saw online that actually prices are getting down, and yeah, I'm gonna be buying more and more of this and planting just a bunch of them here and there. It's gonna be just so lovely. And here are the small tiny bulbs, and as you can see, there is a pointy side and flat side down, pointy side up. And this is how far I've managed to stretch 100 bulbs. And what I can tell you, not too far actually. I need much more. Again, I'm gonna be waiting a little bit to get the best deal possible and to buy much more and to plant much more to get a beautiful show next spring. And the last task for today is gonna be planting my onions. And it's Stuttgarten Raisin, and it's white onion, and it's just perfect for growing it as a spring onion. And as you can see, my best friend Wild Boar was here, and he obviously was helping me to prepare the soil for planting my onions. So let's start. pointy side up, and this part with the small roots, flat part down. And if you don't know what to do, you can put it just like this, and onions will find a way. So roots will go down and the leaves will start growing like this. Yeah, simple. And the onions are planted. I don't want to water them just because we have rain coming. So yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, so nice here. And it's gonna be it for today. And it's so much fun to be here and to plant things. But now I know that I have reading to do. I have still areas with the borders and things like this to handle. Then we definitely need to finish the preparation for our fence going in. So yeah, now the focus is switching a little bit, and I'm super excited. I can't wait for this frost to pass and just to assess the garden, because I believe that I will do the big clean out after that, because right now I'm looking at some flowers and they're in a full bloom and they're so beautiful, and I'm struggling to cut them down, and I'm like, okay, I will wait another week, and in a week then I will have a full ride to go on and to bring it all together. Yeah, so once again, thank you very much for staying with me. Thank you very much for joining me today in my garden, and see you next time. Bye.